Hi, everybody. Welcome back to RVAsec 2023. I'm Chuck Harrell. My next guest, what's your name, sir?
Hey, I'm Scott Small.
And name of your company?
Title Cyber.
TitleCyber.com?
Yes.
All right, what do you guys do?
So we provide a threat-informed defense software solution. So can plug in multiple streams of data. Mainly users focus on cyber threat intelligence content, so focusing on what threats are relevant to them,
right,
what actors and TTPs they're using, and then the other kind of half of the equation is their defensive stack and their capabilities within it. So all of this, both the threat and the defensive side, map to the MITRE ATT&CK knowledge base, which provides a common language and allows us to perform ultimately scoring around your defenses. So
now, when you tell me it's threat-informed defense, I'm going to assume that's not the standard. It should be.
Yes, absolutely.
Right?
Yeah, so definitely still some education to be done and kind of growing awareness around threat informed. But yeah, we definitely continue to see some compliance-driven security, so we're trying to always kind of promote the idea of focusing on the threats that are relevant to you. No organization is ever going to be able to tackle everything, but focusing on what's out there impacting you specifically.
And we define compliance-driven. It's an alarm went off, I got to reply to it. It's very basic.
Yes, exactly. So we want to be kind of moving that needle forward to try to be a little bit more proactive, get ahead, and think about before some potential event or incident would happen, thinking about what could impact us, because most likely it's going to at some point in time. Yeah.
So what are some major examples of TTP evolution?
Yeah, so we're definitely seeing a lot of kind of evolving TTPs. We've oftentimes talked about how it's beneficial to focus on TTPs for defense because they change less often than something like infrastructure or indicators of compromise.
Okay.
However, what we're definitely starting to notice is at least certain threats are evolving their TTPs very rapidly as well. So a lot of initial access broker threats, popular malware known as CACBot, it is extremely adept at changing how it performs initial infections to get into victim environments.
Oh, interesting.
So yeah, they've developed some different ways using different file structures, file chains, execution chains, getting into places that traditionally have had less scrutiny for security, and they're just finding those gaps and being able to continue to perform infections.
So if TTP evolution is a growing trend, how do you adapt to the growing trend of bad guys understanding that and trying to adapt their side of it?
Absolutely, yeah. So it ultimately comes down to intelligence, and not every organization is necessarily going to have an entire team dedicated to cyber threat intelligence collection, but even just having some basic understanding of how threats are changing, that's ultimately what it's about, and that is intelligence. So again, that mapping back to MITRE ATT&CK, that gives us kind of a common language, a way of referencing back to these techniques so that we can track and talk about how they're changing over time. One of the things that we're really excited about is we continue to see more and more even public cyber threat intelligence reporting mapping to the MITRE ATT&CK knowledge base. And so we're tracking that. We're trying to reflect some of this in our platform as well and give folks that sense, a way to refer back and see how things are changing over time.
As a company, are you in a space that's smaller right now? You're one of the first people in that space?
Yeah, it's definitely smaller, but it's definitely growing very much. And so mostly I've been focusing on kind of what we call our enterprise platform. We also have a free community edition, and that's really exciting because it gives folks an opportunity to jump in. It's totally freely available. They can start to get a sense of what threat intel is out there.
Right.
It's a quick and easy way of jumping into that space, as well as to actually get a sense of their defensive capability mappings. To map your entire defensive stack absolutely takes a lot of time and resources, so we're able to provide a lot of those. We work directly with the vendors to get their mappings, and even in the free community edition, we're able to provide those for folks to jump right into the content.
Good stuff, my friend. TitleCyber.com.
That's right.
All
yes.
right.
Thanks so much.
Good to meet you.
Likewise.
Good interview.
Appreciate it.
Back in a minute here, RVAsec 2023.